Sorry, you better look up.
Oh, we're taking a picture. All right. We rolling? Hey, what's good? What's going on, everybody? You already know who this is. And it's definitely your favorite utmost highest guy is yourself. That's Sharp Blue. Coming back at you with the P.E.G Podcast, man. That's positive energy generation, because we do that for life, man. We're choosing to be positive and negativity. And this next guest I got for you, man, he's dope, man. I met him at a showcase that he threw, and I didn't know the man had so many talents, man. So not only a DJ, an engineer, he mix and master, and he creates own music. He's been doing this music thing for about 12 years now, man. He started doing it with his pops, and if you know this guy, you better make sure you like this video. But I'm going to keep going forward, man. This guy is a heavy hitter. Man. Like I said, a man of all talents. And if you live in Killeen, then you should know my guy. So we're going to go ahead, the youngest CEO, the one and only Mr. B.L.K Benji in the building. How you doing, fam?
What's down with it? Youngest CEO in the building, feel me?
Oh, yeah, youngest CEO in the building. Before we get started, man, take the time. Press that follow button, okay? It means a lot, all right? Share it with a friend, because you never know. He may say something that touch you or touch that friend. You never know what the next person is going through. So, man, let's dive into it. Let's tell everybody just a little bit about, B.L.K Benji. How did he go from watching his pops and now he's stepping in the roles and doing the things himself? How did it start?
Yeah, man. So, it all started, I was about 9-10 years old. My pops had a little laptop and a microphone stand in our house.
Oh, good old days.
Good old days. Apartments, had the laptop, mic stand, whatever. He used to make his music. He dropped a couple projects. He used to do, shows back then and stuff like that.
Okay.
And when I was a little kid, I was like, damn, I want to go be on the road with him.
Yeah.
You feel me? I want to do all of that. But, he finally moved up and got his own studio down on East Rancier. And I used to be in and out of there with him. He'll take phone calls and be like, all right, bet I'll meet you at the stew, whatever. I'll be right there with him.
Right there.
Hop up in his little Mustang he had, and I drive down the Rancier with him, And so ever since then, I used to be in the studio every day, and I would just pick up on stuff that he would do.
Yeah.
He would be engineering, I'd pick up on certain edits he would do in Pro Tools or FL Studio, something like that. Pro Tools,
okay.
Yeah.
So you started off with the heavy hitter, Pro Tools. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
That's where I learned off. I learned off of Pro Tools, and I would just pick it up. I used to have a little notebook, and I would write down every, edits he was doing and stuff like that. So ever since then, I pick up on small stuff, jot it down, and try and learn it.
And then watching him, you said it was natural born for you, just picking it up, watching him and stuff. There was a moment, you shared in your bio that he wrote your first verse, and then you was able to perform that song. So let's talk about that. How was that as a kid? You watching him, you taking it on natural, you seeing that it's a natural thing for you. But then he writes your first verse. How was that experience?
So it wasn't the first verse. He wrote my first song.
First song. So he went in on it. Okay.
He wrote the entire song, and I'm probably in 6th grade when he wrote the song.
Yeah.
It's a little love song or whatever, And I just wasn't feeling it, so
he was like, no, not that.
Yeah. So he wrote the song, and I recorded the song, but my voice wasn't deep back then, and I sound like a little chipmunk, you feel me? But yeah, so he wrote the song for me. I recorded it. I was like, that's not really
not me. Yeah.
And then ever since then, he told me, well, that's your only song you're gonna get from me. You got to learn how to write, and you got to learn how to record on your own. So ever since then, I just started jotting down everything, trying to pick it up as I go.
He threw you all the way out there. He was like, not only I'm going to start writing for you, you have to do the whole recorded thing by yourself.
Threw me in the deep end.
Dang. Was you nervous?
Hell yeah, I was nervous. I ain't know what to talk about, no nothing.
He threw you all the way out there.
All the way 12 feet under.
Dang.
I'm telling you.
So were you able to perform that song at any point of time?
Nah. So that song is deep in the vault. Nobody will ever hear that song.
Wow. He said never.
Never. I still got the notebook with the lyrics.
Is that only because of your voice?
Yeah, it's because of the voice. I could probably redo it and revamp it.
That'd be dope though, right? You could do what you call a dedication to your pops since he wrote the first one.
Yeah.
You do the one that you put out. And then that's a little flavor of him. and you put your own thing on there.
You right.
That would be fire.
I could do that.
You could do that.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned, man. That'd be fire, man. What's the name of the song? So they be like, they see it.
What was it called? I don't even remember what it was called. I forgot.
Now you gotta put a new name to it.
It's like 12 years ago.
It was 12 years ago. You gotta put a name to it. If you do it, you gotta put a name to it, and then you gotta specifically dedicate it to Pops.
Yeah, sure.
Shout out to you, Pops, man.
Shout out, Pops, man.
So what would you say would be the hardest thing to learn when you was doing Pro Tools? Because a lot of artists, they get on BandLab, they do it themselves, but when they start, I hear a lot of artists talk about Pro Tools. It's a stumble there. It's like, man, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. How did you find it for you? Like, how was that challenge working on Pro Tools at that age?
When I started, watching him on Pro Tools, like, recording people was the easiest part. It's 3 buttons.
Yeah,
and just press play.
That's it.
But the engineering part, man, that's a different world. Like, I literally have a notebook with me writing down notes. I got pictures in my phones of me taking pictures of the screen.
Hey, dedicated.
Yeah, that dedicated.
And I ain't gonna lie, Pro Tools is difficult.
Pro Tools was hard, man. Once I got, I say probably about a month into doing Pro Tools, I would say I mastered it. But first starting out, like,
it was hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
What is the hardest thing about Pro Tools? Because maybe as an artist right now, they purchase Pro Tools, they never mixed and mastered before, so they don't know what they're looking at. Like, what were some things that you found that you stumbled with, but it got better at?
Let me tell y'all, auto-tune. Auto-tune is the hardest thing on Pro Tools, man. Y'all better watch YouTube. They'll tell you how to do it all. That's what I did growing up. I had to watch YouTube and learn from there.
But how do you just got to try and put yourself out there? Because YouTube is available. It's like YouTube University. You can learn all type of stuff out there. Okay, so how did we go from, all right, Benji on the first song to now 12 years later, you're doing your own showcases. You meet up with your own artists. People know you by you, you know what I'm saying? And you got a record label. Like,
I do. The
youngest CEO, like, why? How would we get here?
You know what? It's all a blur. I tell you that straight up. It's all a blur. But I grind so hard from being, so young inside of the rap game.
Right.
I learned everything at a young age that when I got older, it was pretty much, it was really easy for me to start networking with people and start showing them the talents I can do inside of the studio. Not in the booth, but inside the studio. And so after that, just network. I gathered a lot of people in, and I got to give credit to my pops. I got to give credit to I got to give credit to my uncle Rail. I got to give credit to Rip. All 3 of them.
All of them showed you different ways how to master it.
They showed me the way. Those are the OGs of B.L.K. Those are the OGs of B.L.K.
right becoming, what did they say? B.L.K. becoming legends and kings, right? Yep. So, like, to become a legendary king, what are some proper steps for you to become a legendary king? Because you can't just say that. Like, people always say, king and queen, but you have to show action. So, how you become a representation of that B.L.K.? You
got to put 100% in what you do every day. I'm just not talking studio. I'm talking about with your family, with your work,
right? Your
friends, girlfriend, wife, whatever.
So it's an everything movement.
Everything. That's it.
Dang.
Put 100% in.
Okay.
You already a king and queen as is.
That's true.
To be that legendary king, you got to put that 100% effort in at all times. That's how you build that legendary status.
That's how you build that legendary. You became a legendary status at a young age.
At a young age.
You decided to be the youngest CEO.
I put 100% in, and now I'm the youngest CEO.
Why do you decide to face such a hardship? Because right now, there's a lot of entrepreneurs, man. We struggling. You know what I'm saying? It's for real. If you're a content creator, influencer, if you're a DJ, you're struggling in all type of ways. You know what I'm saying? So why did you decide I want to take this and make what my pop did and push a whole nother legacy to another level?
I want to do it just to get, the name of B.L.K. out there, be worldwide. And I want to finish what he started. He wasn't able, he wasn't able to finish it, whatever. So I want to take over and finish what he started. Make him proud, make my family proud, everything. So I can take care of them one day.
Yeah, I mean, with that showcase that I met you at Tink Show, man, I didn't know you had all that in the bag, especially when you performed it, bro. I was like, that last song, I had everybody in there thinking like, God damn, why did you have to do it like that, bro?
I had to do that song.
Yo, that shit was lit. That shit was lit, and I like the way you delivered it, man. And then the way you closed it out, I was like, golly, out of everything, that nigga, he said the perfect thing. You feel me? But it was a story behind it. I want to talk about that showcase, my bad, that we did, because you and Tink Shell, shout out to Tink Shell, put that showcase together, and then had to redo the whole setup so everybody could still be able to perform. So let's talk about. I know she shared that y'all had to redo the whole lineup. Because things was falling up. So from point A to point B, how did you not give up when you y'all put everything together, and then in the next 24 hours y'all had to put the whole thing?
Look, it wasn't even 24 hours.
Damn.
It was the morning of. I had difficulties picking up the sound, picking up the mics, the speakers, everything. I had difficulty doing that. I was like, positive energy.
Yeah, you gotta have it, because in that moment it was negative as fuck.
Exactly. And from that morning of, just people falling off the set list, people talking about, oh, I can't make it, and it's cool, I respect it, things go on or whatever, but I got a business to run at the end of the day, you feel me?
Yeah.
So luckily I had CHS Records pull up, and they was like, hey, I got some artists or whatever that want to perform. I was like, bet, I got a lot of time slots y'all can fill in.
Oh, so they just pulled up?
Yes,
that wasn't a part of it? Bro, I swear to God, you could have thought the whole thing was the way it's supposed to be, man.
No, not at all. I didn't even know they was coming. I had no idea they was coming. So
you can't even tell.
Exactly.
Ain't no cap. You can't even tell
at all. So they come up to me. They was like, hey, we got a couple people, that want to perform. If you got some slots. I said, bro, I can fill in 4 people right now. Ever since I let them go. And we just going to close the show out like that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Man, that was lit. I ain't gonna lie. And then you guys, like they said, you never DJ before?
Never DJ.
What the
Hold
fuck,
on. That was my first time DJing ever. I never touched DJ set, nothing.
You had a good life. Bro, you had a good set.
Yeah.
I know DJs that's been doing it for a minute and they picked the wrong set. You be like, what are we listening to? You killing the vibe. Like, you weren't nervous?
Hell yeah, I was nervous.
How did you figure that out in that day? You had not even 24 hours to figure that out.
Dead ass, I got there. Before anybody even got there, I set up and I started messing with it. I started messing with all the systems and working it, trying to transition the music and everything like that, so we wouldn't have a little break in between somebody going from a song to a song.
Yeah, it'd be quiet.
Exactly, be quiet. It'd be awkward. Nobody, have stage presence.
Yeah, it could move a little bit.
Exactly. So I was like, let me just mess around, see how I can transition, and then I learned how to fade into another song. I was like, cool, we'll just run it like that then.
Can't even tell. Did y'all originally have a DJ?
Yeah, so we had a DJ. Plenty was our DJ, but some last minute stuff came up.
My boy.
Yeah.
No, but he be a busy guy, man. That's a busy guy. Shout out to Plentiful, man. If you are an artist, man, and you look for music, hey, shout out my man Benji right here. Make sure you stay at the end so you get that social media. And Plentiful, man, they be doing some really good work in the city. And bro, you can't say ain't nobody trying to connect. You lying. Because if you look at this podcast, everybody trying to connect, man. Everybody. But that's dope as fuck, bro. I swear to God, you cannot tell. Nah, and when y'all said it at the end, like when y'all was telling them about the show, what it took to put it together, I looked at Teen Shell, I said, nah. She said, nah, for real. I was like, hey, y'all didn't cancel the show. Do you know how many people would have canceled it? Or they would have let it drag? Now crazy. That what makes it bad. Like, okay, everybody didn't pull up. Instead of them rearranging it so it don't seem like a drag, it just drags out. No time limit. I like how y'all had a time limit.
We had time slots.
And y'all stayed on it, bro.
Stayed everything. We had that.
So crazy.
We had that venue from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m.
And y'all did it from 1 to 8 p.m.
I wrapped up everything and got it back in my truck at 8 p.m.
You did.
On time.
That was, I ain't gonna lie, that was part of the first showcase that I was part of. Yeah. That ended on time. Because a lot of them go over, which is cool. If it's on the weekend, it's cool. But sometimes it don't be cool because it just be a whole drag. And then it's supposed to start at 10. It don't start at 12. We there till 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now we got to get up and but some of us got kids and it's like, dang, I still got a whole nother life. Got to drive a whole hour back. So it's like, damn. So I like that. And then, but I ain't gonna lie, ever since that showcase, I've been running to other showcases that had the time. They respect the time. So look, man, if you putting shows together, respect the time. Okay, we got stuff to do. And making sure y'all show love. A lot of people network, right? A lot of people network. How important networking was for you in this showcase? Because the way y'all did it, man, it was like every artist stayed till the end of the show. And I mean, I walked around and talked to so many people.
Yeah.
Got so much connect work. You know what I'm saying? Just talking to you at the end, connected with you, man, and moving forward, doing music with them. Like,
right.
how important is that?
When I tell you networking is the number one thing you need in this rap game or content creating, whatever you want to do, networking is number one.
Yeah.
Like, that show wouldn't have been a show if we didn't have a connection with a smoke shop.
No,
like,
for real. Shout out to Abe, man. Shout out to Abe.
Shout out Abe. When I tell you that show was last minute, me and Tink were booked for another show. We got booted out that show.
Wow.
So me and Tink had 48 hours to the day of that show to find a venue and get artists in here. Luckily, you know, networking is key. We got Abe Smoke Shop for the venue. After that, I got, you know, networking with some people to pick up some mics and some speakers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
All of that. And then I just had the artists.
Yeah.
I just had the artists.
You had the right team too.
Oh yeah.
You gotta have the right team. Because what think about if you didn't have the team, then you didn't have the network. You didn't network at the other show, so you didn't run into that person. Like, it would have been a lot harder. Yeah. You cannot tell that was your first time. And you cannot tell that y'all was struggling like that, bro. You cannot.
Look, I was panicking. The whole time I was
heartbeating
fast. I'm telling you, I'm like, man, I hope this go right. I hope nobody don't notice this. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, bro. That's funny. No one noticed. I'm gonna keep telling you, did your thing. Shout out to T-Shill, man. Yeah, y'all did y'all thing, because I'm like, I have never seen it. Like I said, the camaraderie that was in there, the love in there, and you know the incident that happened in there. I don't know if you saw it, man, but I have to say something, bro, because it made me laugh. I swear to God, I love my boy Giovanni. Shout out to Giovanni, man. I love you, bro. But everywhere my bro goes, something happened, and what was crazy was I didn't notice what had happened at first, right? So when he came and showed love at the table and he dipped out. But that's all I saw. And then when he dipped in real quick and dipped back out, and it was like everybody was like, oh, okay. And the DJ just kept going. Like, so in that moment, how did y'all kept it professional? Yeah, we did. What was your mindset? You gotta share your mindset. Cause I know everybody else's mindset. What was yours?
So mind you, I'm at the DJ booth, you know. And all of a sudden, I see Giovanni walk in. Then I see him walk out. And all of a sudden, I see him hit the floor. I'm like, what the hell? So then in my head, I'm like, all right, well, this is my show. Yeah. I got to protect my people at all costs. You feel me?
For sure.
So I sneak around through the back, and I go outside, and I see two dudes jumping and shit like that. Yeah. I'm like, oh, hell no. So I walk back in. I'm like, hey, I need all y'all to come with me. Like, let's go to the back, right?
Okay, so you the one that got the help to come. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't want, nobody to run inside and somebody end up getting hurt.
Yeah, man, because the door was right there, so that could have been easy. It was right there.
Yeah, and shout out Giovanni, man.
Shout out to Giovanni, bro, for real.
Quick. I don't know if you thought that was a setup or what. That wasn't no setup at all.
Yeah, everybody was super confused.
I was lost, bro. I ain't know what was going on, no nothing. We ain't had nothing to do with that. So I just want to clear the air on that real quick, because some shit done happened on IG. He unfollowed me, whatever. But I want to know, I still show love to you, bro, to this day.
Facts.
To this day, I respect all your work. I remember you. Crazy thing is, Giovanni called me, and he wanted to come do a open mic at the show. I'm like, cool,
okay, that would have been dope. Yeah, he told me he was supposed to be going up and had a camera, so he was gonna do some mic drops. Exactly. So I thought that shit was dope. And then he disappeared. And I was like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. He was supposed to, come do a couple mic drops or whatever. And I was like, cool, that's dope. Like, that'll get more people in the building.
Yeah,
whatever.
Especially with the mic drops. That shit go crazy with content.
And, we were just going to promote each other after that.
Yeah.
So I really do appreciate that. I appreciate that you tried, for real. But
for real.
I'm sorry that happened to you, man, for real.
And honestly, everybody was so lost. Controversy, you my guy. Everybody was so lost to where the only person that really saw, when Controversy saw some of it. Yeah. But then I gotta shout out T-Shill, man, Christian. Boy, it made me laugh. He saw the whole thing, and I ain't gonna lie, if it wasn't for Christian, bro, it could have turned bad, man. It could have turned bad, but he was so calm around it. And me and was talking about it yesterday. We was on the phone yesterday laughing about it. I was like, bro, on my mama, I'm glad you did that, because his safety, bro, really meant a lot to me, because every time I seen, bro, Giovanni already got a good spirit. He always networking with people, you know what I'm saying? He always show love to me, so I honestly didn't want nothing to happen to think, because it was a good show. So when he saw it, even my wife was like, there were cops. Like, what the?
Yeah.
What happened? I was like, it happened so fast, bro. It happened so fast. But shout out again to Christian, bro. You saved that boy life, man, because that happened in 2.5 seconds, man.
I don't know what happened, and Christian went outside.
Nah, and he was so calm about it. He saw it, man. He said, honestly, he didn't even know what's going on until they hit his car.
Right, yeah.
And then that's what he was like, fuck, I'm going to help him because I don't want nothing to happen. So everybody did have your well-being in hand, bro. We just had no idea what the hell was going on at all. And it was more than one person. So that could have been, bad on all of us. So he did very well to protect the artists that was at the showcase. And you did good by getting out of there, man. So again, shout out to you, bro. I got us talking about controversy. That's my guy. He the one that put it like, oh, no, it was some people out there because we didn't see it. When I say no one saw it, nobody saw it. And then, but he was like, that boy got out of there fast. But the way he delivered it to me, he said he did not forget the merch, though. He said, bro, he never dropped the camera, and he came back when he dropped the hat. And I was like, what hat? He was like, the P.E.G hat, bro. Yeah. He came back for the hat. And my guy literally. I
remember him scooping it up. He came back and scooped in the car.
Yo, that merch is that good, bro. That you can get beat up right now and you ain't going to leave the merch. You feel me? Bro, he got up out of there. I think that was the smartest thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he knew what the fuck was going on.
I don't even think he knew.
Yeah, because Christian said he saw it, how it happened from the beginning to the end, but he didn't know the people. He thought the people was coming into the showcase. Right. And I think everybody did too, because when I walked outside, I saw him post it. But I thought they was coming in.
See,
it's a smoke shop.
I ain't even see all that.
Cause I walked out because when I went with the car with my wife, and I walked back. By the time I walked back in, they had left. So I thought they walked into the showcase.
Right.
And when I saw Giovanni, I'm like, oh, we still vibing.
So the crazy thing is, I saw them down that road we was on, all the way down that road.
That's what Kristen said.
Yeah, I saw them all the way down that road, but I thought, I wasn't thinking they was going to come over
They just walk out.
They just walk in the street. That's it. Bro. All of a sudden, I see both of them. Boom, Gio hit the floor.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit.
And I was like, that safety of being Nick. Yeah. And then, like I said, controversy did his thing, but he definitely got up out of there. That boy said, I got kids. Like, I gotta go.
He packed his stuff.
Yeah, that was the fastest pack up.
Fastest ever.
So shout out to you, man. That was a dope showcase, regardless of the aftermath. And again, Giovanni, man, we love you, bro. Nobody wanted nothing bad to happen to you. We all was concerned. So when he hit me up later and showed me that he had the bag, he had the hat, I was happy because I was like, bro, I don't want a good night to be a bad story. You feel me? That's mentally fuck people up. Yeah. But you have a man with all hats, man. You going from one thing to the next, and you going from one challenge to the next. How are you able to keep that positive mindset, because it's hard, and then to be able to keep the motivation? Can't tell me motivation you have it every day, because it's like a bath. If you don't take a bath, you ain't about to have no motivation. So if you don't put that motivation in your face, you ain't gonna have it sometime.
The motivation I have is that I'm thankful that I wake up every day.
Damn.
I'm thankful that God blessed me to wake up and get out this bed and get dressed and make money every day.
Every day.
That's it. I put God first. I'm a God-fearing man.
I like that.
And so God is my motivation.
God is my motivation. Yo, that's gonna be the look. That's the rest of the year and falling into 2025. God is my motivation. That's like, I like that. Because if you don't think that, then that's why you falling in life right now.
Exactly.
Because you think you're your motivation.
Exactly.
And we fail each other.
Your own motivation.
For real.
Because you can keep going and keep going and keep going.
You gonna tire out.
You gonna tire out.
Yep.
You need to put God first.
Yeah.
God gonna lead the way.
Because he gonna start to give you that vision that you ain't seen in the forefront yet, but you see it right there. So you're gonna chase that. Versus me, I'm gonna get on social media. I'm gonna get lost behind this false advertising I'm seeing, and I'm be like, damn, I should be up there with this person. That should be me. You gonna be envying when you should be showing love.
That's it. God can see the future. You can't see the future.
You can't see the future.
You can only see what's going on right now. Mm-hmm. So you're only motivated
by what you see right now.
Right now. Mm-hmm. But you put God first. He gonna motivate you to keep going.
I like that because I heard a quote was like, everybody in that moment is motivated. Like when you got a dream, you tell somebody your dream, you motivated in that moment. But what happens when the motivation wears off? Exactly. When that moment is gone and you down, you having no bad days.
What you gonna do next?
Yep. So what does an average day for a guy like you, an engineer, a producer, what does an average day look like? Because it's not average. It's really not average.
Average, it ain't average, but I wake up, I fix my coffee. I love coffee. I'm
Me
a coffee
too.
man.
Gotta have it straight.
Gotta have my coffee in the morning. You feel me? I do all my necessities, whatever. If I work that day, I'll go to work, come home. Somebody hit me up. Hey, I need let's go to the studio, whatever. Bet, let's go. I go to the studio. Even when people don't hit me up, I still go to the studio.
Gotta get that work.
I'm working on my album right now. I'm working on other people's music, trying to mix and master everybody else's music. And on top of that, I'm hitting the phone and I'm hitting social media to see what I can plan out and what venue I can go to, who I can open up for.
Right.
Yeah.
And network, staying included into the community.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. But you like to say having many hats, man. So as a producer, an engineer, especially an engineer, you work with so many people.
Oh yeah.
How do you know who to work with and who not to work with? That's the most important thing when you got a business.
No, that's a good question. You know, I work with it. I work with everybody. Like, okay. I'm not somebody that got beef with somebody and beef with the whole city. Like, I don't care what you do outside of the studio.
Outside the studio, yeah.
When we come inside the studio, that's business to me. That's work. This ain't playtime. You know, this ain't just a regular job. Like, I take this serious. This is gonna be my future.
Right.
So, yeah, I still watch, you know, who I be around and who I work with. But if you show love to me, I'm gonna show love to you. That's who I know who to work with. Always. So
it's all coming off to just love. You show love to me, and I'm gonna work with you.
Exactly.
Cause you know some people go off a vibe. Like I may not know you, but the vibe. Like some people just go off like they don't be certain sayings. Yeah.
You know, I can go off the vibe if I feel like, you know, like if we texting before we get to the studio or whatever we doing, like, and I feel like that's just not somebody to be around. Then you know I'm gonna probably cancel on you.
Yeah.
But if we having good energy through text or we meet in person for the first time, I'm gonna be like, cool, yeah, you know, we should link up. We gotta work.
Yeah, I'm like that too.
Yeah,
it's like, well, you ain't done nothing to me, so I'm gonna vibe with you until you show me something else. Yeah, if I'm show you love, then you show me love. Then you ain't did nothing to me. So whatever you do, like you said, outside the studio, that's you and outside the studio. Just don't do it in here. Yeah, I like that.
It's
I like
my
that.
place of business. We coming to work together right here.
Still, you come to work. So what about the project that you're working on? Let's talk about it. It's special. It's about the youngest CEO.
Yeah.
So in this project, what is the message? What are you focused on getting out to the masses?
The message is where Benji started and where is he currently at right now. That's where I'm at right now in the project. Not nowhere close to being done. But I got the plan for it, you know. It's pretty much going to start out. It's going to have 3 parts in the project itself. First part's gonna be, you know, Benji as a kid when he first started rapping. Then Benji when, you know, he finally learned everything and what to do now. And then the third part is where I'm at right now and what I'm doing to continue to succeed and run this record label.
So is these old songs that Benji got in his vault?
Nah.
So in the elevation?
I don't know about that.
He said no.
y'all might get one song with me and my pops.
Okay, there you go.
My pops got a song.
You gotta do a special one,
yeah. That might be in the first part of it.
Okay.
But other than that, y'all, I'll probably
never
hear them.
No,
you can't hear them.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah.
Humble beginnings. I like that. So if you can have advice to the entrepreneurs that's out here in the world, want to do something like you do many things. So maybe they just want to do engineering, or maybe they just want to do this or do that. And then also there are artists. What is the advice that you can give to them that will, you know, can stick?
Hustle. Y'all got to hustle.
You gotta hustle.
You gotta hustle, and you gotta network with people. You can't do nothing in this industry without networking. How you gonna do this all by yourself?
That's true.
There's rappers in the game right now that still network with each other every single day. Network and hustle.
Network and hustle.
You can't just wake up and be like, I'm only gonna give it 50%. Oh, I'm only gonna give it 40% today. Nah, you got to give it 100% every day you wake up.
Hey, you ain't capping, because sometimes we just be sleeping on ourselves. No bullshit. Like, you got the perfect project right there in front of you, your perfect career right there in front of you, and then because you can't really put the pieces together all the way, you go halfway in.
Yeah.
And it's like, I had to tell my wife the other day, I was like, yo, we're never gonna have all the pieces. I said, as we go, it's going to always be a question that we need to know. You know what I'm saying? Even with this podcast thing, people always ask me a question. Somebody asked me something about the camera. I'm like, it's so many cameras. I don't know how to change the camera out. I can't tell you off the back what would be the best one for you. You have to go try it and see, because this was the one I tried. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I didn't have it all together, but because you see me still show up, because they still see you show up, they're like, damn, he got it together. And newsflash, hell nah, I'm struggling too.
Still struggling
Half the time I'm working on myself versus being out there. That's confidence. That's doubt. I'm going through a lot of shit. So you right, you gotta have that mentality, because if you don't have it, you're gonna be lost, because every person that said I want to be something in life goes through that shit.
Always.
Or you can just go get a regular 9 to 5. It's okay.
If you want to work 9 to 5, that's cool.
It's cool. It's cool. But this is some hard work.
This grinding into this kind of industry right here, I say this is harder than 9 to 5.
It is. I'm not gonna cap. Like, I had an easier time working in the military.
Yeah.
For real. Like, shit. I knew exactly what I was going to get into every day.
Exactly.
Like, even though that shit wasn't easy, I'm like, all right, I know what to face. But coming into entrepreneurship, you don't know what the fuck you're going to face. Exactly. You're playing so many rules, positions. You got to learn this policy. You got to learn the back end. And then you got to pay the front. Bro, exactly. It's so much. And you have to learn. You have to learn.
You got it. I learn something new every day.
Every day.
Every day I learn something new. Like, the other day, I finally just finished learning auto-tune.
Damn.
Literally,
that was a good advice there. He said,
yeah,
I used to work auto-tune.
I've been working on auto-tune for about, I say 7 years.
Damn, you just figured it out.
I just figured it out.
Damn.
Had to perfectly put the auto-tune on your voice and then time it correctly with the instrumental. Man,
you just figured it out.
Just figured it out.
Hell, you saw how we were trying to get on, and it's like the mouse shit, and then I was like, it can do that. Like, it's always something when it comes to like, bro. Every time we come in here, it's always something. You're like, how we do this? I don't know. And now we in here trying to figure it out. It's like, bro, I'm always finding the next thing to research.
And that's where that hustle comes into play.
Hustle,
because you gotta wake up and you gotta hustle. You gotta
hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Grind for it.
You gotta grind for it, and I like it, man. It's really good to hear you say that, because us as entrepreneurs, we really be down ourselves. We're the biggest haters on ourselves. Like, you're only putting in 20% right now. Listen, you're only putting in 20%. I said that because I'm telling myself, you're only doing 20% right now. Go fucking in 2025. Go fucking in 100%. Bet on you. I'm telling you, bro. A lot of us gonna take the fuck off. Oh yeah. And gonna be like, damn, why the fuck I ain't do that a long time ago?
Exactly.
Damn, man. They had to hear it from you, though.
They got to. The young CEO, they got to hear it
young CEO. That's why he's the youngest CEO. Exactly. Bitch, you got to get it together. Yeah, I said, bitch. You feel me?
Got to get it together.
Because we awesome bitches in life sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
That's real shit. So, out of everything you got going on, creating the legend, there's legends and myths all the time. What is a legend that maybe somebody heard about you that's the truth? And then what is some myth that maybe people hear about you that's not true? That don't bother you, but maybe people think it do.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. Just because the name say Legendary King don't mean I got a legend to me yet. Okay.
Right. Okay.
So
he said becoming. B.L.K. It said becoming.
Becoming Legendary Kings. Because every day I can learn something new. That way I can be a Legendary King. So I wouldn't say there really ain't no legends to it. But what was the second?
The myth. Like, what is something that may not be true? Somebody wanted to work with you, but maybe it may not be true. No myths about you?
Look, let me clear the air on another thing. Let me clear the air, man. I want y'all to stop thinking that I'm in the streets and I'm banging some set out here. I don't bang nothing,
That's
man.
crazy.
I don't bang nothing. Y'all stop saying I'm claiming this, I'm claiming that. I'm cool with everybody in the city, Killeen, man, for real.
Cool as
everybody that started in my pop studio, I'm cool with y'all. Everything.
It's just the network thing. It's not no banging thing.
Man, I don't bang nothing. I get asked that question all the time.
For
Benji,
real?
what you bang? For real. Benji, what you bang? What you bang, bro? I'm like, bro, I don't bang. I don't bang. I don't sell drugs.
I don't sell drugs.
I don't smoke weed. I don't do nothing.
Hey, that's crazy.
So y'all stop hitting my inbox talking about saying y'all smoke some weed. I don't smoke weed.
He said he don't do none of that.
Stop doing it.
Damn, man.
I'm cool with everybody. And I just want everybody to know that we gonna work together. If I got time, we gonna work together. Trust me. So y'all hit me up. Let's work.
Let's work. And since you stay all the way to the end, you got some valuable information. You get to get the social media. So go ahead and get everybody social media. Instagram
is B.L.K.Benji. And then I'm working on the Facebook right now. But if you go on United Masters, you can type in B.L.K.Benji. All of the links will pop up. I'm on every single platform as B.L.K.Benji.
B.L.K.Benji.
Yes,
and if you didn't hear that, just replay the video. And if you didn't get nothing out of it, replay the whole damn video. And then make sure you share it to a friend, okay? Share it back to yourself because you need it. Yeah. And if nobody told y'all today, tomorrow, yesterday that they love you, Damn it, I love you.
We love you.
My guy, Benji,
you.
he loves you. The whole P.E.G Podcast family love you. And we want you to be loved, share love, and stop spreading hate, man. Stop doing that shit. We need each other, all right?
Stop the violence, man.
Stop the violence, man. Pick life, pick God. And we out of here. 5th out of here. We'll see you next time at the P.E.G Podcast, man. Let's get it.
Down.
Let's go. Yeah. It went down. You feel me? I like that. Yeah.
Fucks with that.
I like it. Thank you. That was good, bro. I like that. Ain't gonna lie. I would have asked you about that Benji shit for the longest. I mean about that shit. So look, without you, none of this would have been possible. This podcast room, the interviews, nothing. So I want to say thank you from the P.E.G Podcast family to you. It means a lot. All right, we got more shows coming, more merch coming, more interviewers coming. I mean, we got a lot of things in our bag coming. You don't want to miss it. And hey, I may be country, but one thing I want to say, don't judge me, judge your mama. And we'll see you here next time with the P.E.G Podcast. Positive energy generation. Let's go.